So, you all set for mailbag?
Sure, set as I will be.
Okay, episode 71. Susan Dillon, no relation.
See, you wouldn't have to say it there because they wouldn't know because her married name's not Combs.
No, she is my sister. No relation. Yeah, thank you. I did. Well, you yelled at me the last time I forgot to put that in.
That's true.
Anyway.
I am not the most consistent individual. Go ahead.
So
I want to be if I grow up, but
she left us 3 messages because this is how her mind works, right?
Uh-oh. Hang on.
Yeah.
Now I know most of the Combs kids, at least in passing.
Yeah.
So on a scale of most normal to least normal, where would Sue fit? It's a Combs thing. So in that parameter.
After this, I'm having to think it's Lisa.
Lisa's the most normal? Wow. So it'd be Lisa, Sue, and the boys.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you guys are just a mess.
So here's the thing. It's episode 71.
Yes.
And this is the one where we were talking about the escaped emu problem we're having in the United
States.
Yes. And
problem.
And you brought up Gary Gnu.
Yep.
And Sue says, this is true, really, Gnus. And there are emus in the Gnus. They titter. As I said, I am rethinking this whole Sue's the most normal.
Sue? My world has just been shifted.
So now you remember the old Channel 2 net radio story that I put it up online not long ago because it came back up in my feed.
Yes, in the back of my head twice.
Yeah, and it's a lovely head of hair you had
my
at the
best
time.
So, it's still there. I just keep it very short now.
So Sue left you a couple comments. And then she's not sure she's ever met you. She thinks she might have met you at the house one time. I can't remember if you two have ever met in person.
I think you had one. Does she have children?
Yes.
Are they related to you?
Not that they'll admit to, but yes.
I understand. Yes or no?
Yes.
Have they ever visited your house?
Yes.
Have I ever visited your house?
Yes.
I believe once there was overlap and she came to get the kids, or it was either dropping them off or picking them up. I remember that for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. But she seems so normal. Of course, I only saw her for a moment.
Yeah, you just wait till she gets funny, and that's when the weirdness comes out. Okay, episode 74. Chris Combs, no relation.
News.
They titter. Chris Combs, no relation.
Still.
Was about the pigeon that flew 8,000. Was it 8,000 miles?
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's like from New Jersey to...
I thought it was Washington State to Australia.
Okay, whichever.
It doesn't really matter.
He flew a long way, but most likely cheated.
Yeah. And the Australians are going to destroy it because it might carry a virus or it might have voted some way they didn't like.
Yep.
And Chris said, why can't they just give it a mask and call it good?
You know, I got to tell you, why Australia? Why?
They're so mean.
This poor pigeon he risked his life to get to your country.
Your fertile shores.
You are just going to dispose of him like he's an animal.
And your lovely outback.
I'm going to have to work on that a little bit. Something didn't seem right there.
Exactly. A mailbag episode 7. Now, this is where we started.
Episode 7?
Yeah, we've done. Yeah.
We've done that many?
Yeah.
And no this is threatened us or?
No, well, Tuck. And this may be a veiled threat because in episode 7, we started saying, okay, is Tuck a guy? Is Tuck a girl? Is Tuck a composite person that the New York Times
lived with Robin Hood?
Yeah. And so mailbag episode 7, we are Tuck. We are Legion.
Uh-oh.
Sounds like a threat to me.
Sounds frightening to me.
This is true. Really,
a Lifetime movie. Either way.
This is true.
Hallmark, but that was a little too ominous for Hallmark.
No, it is. They don't do end of days crap.
No.
This is true. Really. News episode 75 from Tuck. Now this was where we had the discussion on, how to start the headlines or how headlines start. And, you were telling me that headlines start with an H.
Yeah.
And I was arguing with you because no, it started with a story.
Yeah.
I think it's a problem.
Corduroy pillowcases will also cause headlines.
Headlines, absolutely. So, things I learned today from listening to Not Tony. 1, headlines don't start with an H. 2, 5-year-olds can never be trusted because that was the kid who stole the family car to go get a
true.
Lamborghini.
I mean, that's true no matter where you are.
With his life savings of, $3. And 3, sarcasm is hereditary.
Yes.
So Ian weighed in on this one, but he didn't write a note. Instead, he took me to YouTube. And on that one, the first story had to do with Pat Venditte, the switch pitcher, who one time pitched in the major league game with both hands.
Yep.
Now, Pat actually has a mitt with 2 thumbs.
Yep.
He just switches hands.
Specially designed glove for him. Yeah.
Yep. And they actually had to stop a game for, I'm thinking this went on for about 10 minutes in the minor leagues because Pat was facing a switch hitter. And
he got in the box, Pat switched the mitt, he got out of the box, went to the other side.
And that went on forever. Took about 6 minutes for the ref, thumbing through Hoyle rules.
Pick a side, you pick a head now.
And it actually, the major leagues installed a rule that the pitcher has to decide which hand he's throwing with first. So that's the rule. And they didn't have to worry about it until Venditte ended up in the major leagues 8 years later.
Everything they want goes for the hitters.
And there's actually, and Ian took me to a Secret Base, is a podcast on YouTube that has the whole story and some video from it. That's really cool. And I'll put that link down in the in the description box. Yeah. So there we go. Episode 75. Talk. Okay. I'm not doing that joke. This is a family show.
Talk?
So I laughed until I stopped.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you a secret that I promised I wouldn't tell, but I know who Chuck is.
Oh,
Chuck gave you a joke that was like.
Well, it's a pretty common thing, but it goes back to when I was at KS95 with Chuck Knapp, and we had rules. And this is one of the rules.
No tuck jokes?
No sheep jokes.
Oh. Nope, no sheep jokes. Nope. Those always turn out bad.
You're a child. And finally, and you're welcome. Episode 75, Chris Combs, no relation. You'll hear me say it often. If it's not Scottish, it's crap. This is the haggis episode.
Yep. With
the highest and fastest haggis in the world.
Ever, as far as we know.
If it's haggis, it is crap.
Well, no, but it's certainly in the chain.